Now this, Donald Trump once again taking aim at Governor DeSantis. He said on his Truth Social platform, quote, Ron DeSanctimonious is getting absolutely demolished for yesterday's performance in New Hampshire. No crowds, no enthusiasm, no interest. His campaign is in total disarray. He's hurting himself very badly for 2028. See, loyalty really does matter with patriots. That is Donald Trump. Dave Rubin joins me now. Dave, great to see you. Is Donald Trump right? Should DeSantis may have waited perhaps for 2028? Because it seems like his campaign not off to the start he'd want.
No, Donald Trump is not right, and you don't even have to think too deep to figure out why. Has there ever, in the history of politics, in the history of the world, been a frontrunner who supposedly is up by 30-some-odd points, who spends every waking minute going after the guy that's in second place that supposedly is flailing? It's simply not true. I mean, in some ways, Trump at this point, and I voted for Trump, I've interviewed Trump, I happen to like him in a lot of respects, and I think he was a far better president than Joe Biden. Yeah. But in some ways, he's at this point gaslighting his own base. You know, Ron DeSantis is out there every single day. I did an event with him about 2 weeks ago in Nevada. There was a line of cars about a mile to get in. There's incredible enthusiasm. But also, you know, this is sort of the tortoise and the hare. And I think if you just slowly, calmly go about your business, show the people that you're competent and clear, I think most Americans at this point are sick of the endless show, the descent to hell that we seem to be on, the constant bickering and everything else. So hopefully most people are, perhaps most aren't. And, you know, we all probably have to look in the mirror sometimes when it comes to that. But I think Ron DeSantis is doing just fine. And remember, national polls don't mean anything. This is a primary process. You've got to win a couple primaries in a row. National polls don't matter till the end.
Absolutely right. But I want to get onto this issue. I read your op-ed on Governor DeSantis' ongoing fight with Disney. Some people say the governor's legal battle hurting his 2024 campaign, but you think it's actually helping him, and you say he should continue on to put it to Disney. Explain it to me.
Well, it's very clear. I mean, look, Disney, which is the largest private employer in Florida, was granted over many decades ago, far before Ron DeSantis was governor, tons of special privileges, building rights, tax codes, an airport, a whole bunch of stuff that Ron DeSantis simply took away to even the playing field. So he took what was crony capitalism and he made it capitalism so that SeaWorld, which is a competitor of Disney, and say Gator World and Universal Studios, they don't have special privileges, and now Disney doesn't either. They can all compete fairly. That's what people want out of their public officials, especially their governors who are the chief executives of the state. So I think it was the right fight to choose. I also think that Disney chose this fight. You know, they could have skated by with some of this stuff, whether it was right or wrong, but they chose to go after DeSantis for Bill HB 1557, which unfortunately was known as Don't Say Gay, even though it had nothing to do with gay people or even the word gay. So I think DeSantis chose the right fight, and I think it's good for conservatives to realize you don't always have to play defense. Occasionally, you can go on offense, and when you go on offense, you know what happens? You end up winning, as he did, by 1.6 million votes, 20% in that last election in November.
Well, either way, it's going to be fascinating to follow. And I'm very quickly, Dave, if there is the debate stage comes up and you got DeSantis and Trump, can DeSantis handle Trump, who's not easy to do? You know, he tends to suck the oxygen out of the room, especially on the debate stage.
Look, I watched Celebrity Apprentice. Trump is a good debater. He's a great TV personality, and he's good off the fly and all that kind of stuff. So that will be tough. I grant you that for sure. But again, I think if DeSantis just stays on message and stays clear over time, more and more people are going to realize that there is a way out of this.
Can't wait to see it. All right, for Dave Rubin, great to talk to you today, Dave. Thank you very much. Appreciate your input.
Thanks, Ashley.
Good stuff.